If you live under a rock and have never seen this sculpted, immaculate face before, it belongs to Timothée Chalamet, who has arguably become the internet's crown prince seemingly overnight. But Chalamet was acting successfully for years before becoming a Hollywood it boy. So what happened to make Instagram explode every time one of his floopy curls dropped just so into his green eyes? Why does Twitter analyze an obscure image of the contents of his pantry like it's a reveal into his soul? If you're one of those people who just doesn't get it, this video might explain what the hype is all about. Born in Manhattan, New York on December 27, 1995, this Capricorn king made his first on-screen appearance in an episode of Law & Order by the time he was 13. Within the next few years, he secured roles on shows such as Royal Pains and Homeland. By 19, fresh out of graduating from the prestigious program at LaGuardia High School of Performing Arts, he made his debut in Hollywood blockbusters like Chris Nolan's Interstellar and Jason Reitman's Men, Women, and Children. All the while, Chalamet continued his education, attending Columbia University where he studied cultural anthropology for a year, before transferring to New York University's Gallatin School of Individualized Study in order to begin pursuing his acting career. Timothy's true breakout occurred when he appeared in back-to-back appearances of Greta Gerwig's Lady Bird and Luca Guadagnino's Call Me By Your Name. His performance was praised in both of these indie Oscar-nominated darlings, as well as his hair, as it should be. In Call Me By Your Name, for which he learned Italian, Chalamet took piano and guitar lessons, along with self-testing the logistics of the now iconic Peach scene. His performance as Elio garnered him a slew of awards, including Academy Award and Golden Globe nominations for Best Actor. He became the youngest man to be nominated for an Oscar for Best Actor in 80 years. Since then, he has starred in several more Oscar-nominated films, including 2018's Beautiful Boy alongside Steve Carell, and Greta Gerwig's 2019 adaptation of Little Women. Beyond epic sagas and longing soft boy glances, there has been huge amounts of hype for his roles as the leading man in films like The King and the upcoming Dune. So what is that je ne sais quoi so many of us have found magnetizing that makes us type out his name into every search engine to access the full archive of embarrassing interviews and high school skits available for our digital pleasure? I have done this. Timothée Chalamet is not one of the first internet boyfriends, but he is perhaps one of the youngest. According to The Cut, here are some of the qualifications it takes to be an internet boyfriend. Enlightened masculinity. An aura of authenticity. Idealized vulnerability. Enough mystery. Enough charm. And of course, he must be incredibly memeable and gifable. But according to The Cut, internet boyfriends are also old enough that a teenager will find him refreshingly mature, and a grown-up can lust after him with impunity. In 2018, The Guardian described the burgeoning momentum propelling the star forward as Chalamania, and posed the question, Chalamet is inspiring rabid hysteria reminiscent of DiCaprio's Leo-mania at the height of his Titanic fame, but will he be as big? They also note that while popularity comes and goes, the term mania only sticks true to cultural phenomena, dating back past DiCaprio to Beatlemania in the 1960s. And while in general people on the internet love to compare him to young Leo, there have also been comparisons to even more mystical icons like James Dean and River Phoenix. If there's anything Timothée has also cultivated besides a massive following, it is a trusted brand of non-toxic masculinity for a new generation. Writer Ann T. Donahue coined the phrase "artthrob" to describe a new breed of male celebrities that were being celebrated for their creativity, authenticity, and most of all, for breaking heteronormative representations of machismo. Timothée shot to stardom being a beloved object of the queer and female gaze, and he continuously showcases that it's bolder and braver to embrace duality than to conform to a set masculine expectation, for which there's perhaps no clearer outlet than his fashion. And one of his most iconic gender-bending photo shoots with co-star Saoirse Ronan, he was sweet and demure and ruffles and pearls, while she rocked bold suits with strong lines. The shoot paid homage to the fact that in Little Women, the two also shared wardrobe pieces to play up their characters' masculine, feminine fluidity and dynamic. Moreover, Timmy starts a conversation nearly every time he hits the red carpet, with the internet uniting to unpack every gleam of his eye that matches the gleam of his glittery Louis Vuitton hoodie and sparkling harness, or bib, as he liked to call it. And maybe it's as simple as the fact that Timothée lets you love him for being completely himself. He allows himself to be excited, weird, nervous, constantly acknowledging how starstruck he is by his own experiences. For example, telling Ryan Seacrest on the Golden Globes red carpet, "We've never met, but dude, I grew up with you. You were beamed into my living room every Monday night for American Idol." He is a product of his generation, so the internet is rife with embarrassing videos from his youth. But Timothée has no shame. He alluded to his viral high school project, a rap about statistics, during his speech at Graduate Together, America Honors the High School Class of 2020, thanking the teacher who assigned it to him. Not to mention his other side, though he has no bad angles, which was reserved for smoldering and brooding looks, high art and haute couture that make you know he is interesting, and maybe he is just as pretentious as his name sounds. Frank Ocean can ask Timmy not to quote his own songs to him, and Virgil Abloh can put matching looks together for him and his mom. That is just cool. His persona is a work of art. He's completely relatable, yet wholly unattainable. Chalamet is not only Gen Z's crown prince, he's also an ambassador for what they have to bring to the table: creativity, tolerance, passion, and a will to change the world. And they're going to do it by celebrating love and diversity, championing vulnerability, and rocking some really killer Insta-worthy looks.